Sorry, it's gonna lag for a second, because it's kinda... I had to... I was pausing the game, but now it's unpaused. So, anyways, welcome back, I'm Zuper, and, we shall, I guess, be continuing on with the plot of the story. Let's go. The princess's room should be over here. I think that she said it was the right tower, if I remember correctly. There we go. Here's our princess. Sorry to ask you to come here like this. Father would just try to interfere if he overheard. You see, I have actually heard of Brigadoon. I remember it from a nursery rhyme. One of the maids used to sing to me when I was a wee girl. Maybe that song could give us a clue as to how we can help fix all this. The maid's gone back to live in Zere now. It's a tiny village, just to the west of Lochstorn. The White Knight isn't the evil character that Father thinks he is. I just know it. He needs help, Zuper. Please, do whatever you can. I shall. Meh. Yeah. Sorry, I was just chuckling about the fact that in the book, the little, like, introduction to, Zere is, a pun, so it, is look over Zere. Yeah, not the best pun, but kinda funny. Chuckle-worthy, at least. Hold on. Yeah, I got some gold. Armor were pretty good, but weaponry... Let's see. Because Zere doesn't really have a better weapon shop than this. Well, for only 6 damage, it's not really worth it. Alright, well, never mind with the weaponry. That was utter silence for a little bit, because I didn't really have much to talk about. I was just looking through the weaponry to see if anything was worthwhile. There was improvements, but the things that were improvements were either pretty fucking expensive for a slight increase, or, you know, just, you know, I didn't feel like any of those were necessary to buy. Anyways, I might as well use this random battle, which I didn't mean to run into, as an excuse to talk about... Oh god, I'm still controlling Olivia. Anyways, as an excuse to just say, I'm back, I was sick for a little while. I'm still kind of sick, but it's not as bad. I'm just coughing now a little bit. Ooh, good, I got a vac. I'll explain that when we need to use it. Anyways, I was sick, and I basically couldn't record, or hell, my talking was pretty much limited, let alone could I record. So, I'm back. I hope to be able to record this every day, if at all possible, now, because I do have the time to do it. It's not like I'm completely out of time, it's just that I needed the motivation to get back into the game. And once I, you know, did that episode 10, like, I really wanted to record again, but then I got sick and it just, Hey, a Whooper Trooper! And a Betterfly. I don't know if we've shown Whooper Troopers on camera. I just like them. They're derpy. Not even anything remotely interesting to talk about with them, but I just like them. Butterflies. I think that these guys just cast a lot of debuffs, and aside from that, they've got nothing going on. Look, I'm not gonna do in-depth bios. If there's something interesting about the monster, then I'll say it, but if there isn't, then, well, it's just another monster to kill. Stepping through the fields of wheat. What are these? Oh man, butterfly, damn it. Ugh. I just wanted to pick up the sparklies. Why couldn't you let me have that? If I wasn't trying to do this with like a keyboard, I could probably type in the commands for all 4 players faster than I did for just those 2. Like when I do it on the DS, it takes me like a second to do all 4 players' commands, and it's like them using spells and abilities and such. So I've gotten really quick at that. Ooh, this is good actually. Damn it, Butterfly, can you just not bug me? Ugh. I'm just trying to pick up the sparklies. Let me have this. 3 damage. Whoop whoop. Hey look, Ross didn't throw a rock, he actually punched. Yeah, that's something I'm actually wondering. Ross, I know that you're watching this at some point, so I want to know. Do you want to continue to be using fisticuffs? Because, martial artists can become more powerful if they use weaponry. So if you want to use weaponry, then that'd be alright. It's just, that was like initially going, you know, it'd be cool to see fisticuffs, but at the same time, it gets kind of boring to watch because it's just essentially throwing rocks and sometimes punching. But whatever. Here we are. This is Zere. Zere we are! Everybody! Yeah, but I need somebody near me to just rage at that stupid pun. We don't have... I can't do old lady voice right now. We didn't often get visitors all the way out here. Welcome to Zere. Our beloved tree is in bloom at the minute, so you've come at a good time. Just make yourself at home, eh? So basically, this town I actually think is quite beautiful. It's got nice cherry blossoms everywhere. It's just... Also, the whole fact that it's shaped like a heart. It's pretty much a town of love, I would guess. I don't know. Anyways, I think... No, that's the church. I think she's over here. The maid. Yeah, there we go.
Wheesht! I don't know. There you go again, blethering on about the old days. I was actually a wee bit jealous of you back then, Petra. Eh? What? We've company. Welcome, welcome.
Apparently I did do an old lady voice, so that's cool. I wasn't even trying to do that, I was just doing random voice and it worked out. This, I think it's this one.
Aye, that's right, I used to look after Princess Simona. Why do you ask? You want to hear the nursery rhyme I used to sing her when she was small? Well, I can't deny a request like that, can I? You'll sing along with me, won't you, Petra? The right night ditty? Aye, I could sing that in my sleep. Giddy up, and away he goes. The right knight sets off in his steed.
On his steed, whatever.
In search of evil he rides. If he can defeat the terrible beast, he'll be home to wed his bride. The town is full of laughter, preparing a feast fit for a queen. Ah, but then disaster. The right knight's nowhere to be seen. Bird north, bridge of doom, word on. Tell her that her knight is gone. Bird north, bridge of doom on. Tell her that her knight is gone. I kinda lost the old lady voice because I was actually trying to sing that. I don't know what the fuck kind of tune it was supposed to be. It kind of changed throughout when I was singing it, but deal with it. Well, that's the song, dearie. I hope it was to your liking. I hope you don't mind me asking, but why would you come all this way just to hear an old nursery rhyme? Ah, so you want to find Brigadoon, do you? In that case, I'd pay attention to the part about the birds flying north. Why don't you try heading north yourself and see what you can find?
literally that is an excellent hint. Because literally that's all that you do to get to Bridge of Doom, is go north. Because, in case you weren't paying attention to that little side map, you can actually see Stornway, Zere, whatever you want to call it. I kind of go back and forth on that. And above it, there is a certain place. You can probably guess what that is. Somebody help me! Ah! We're done for! Help! Help! Why do you run from me? I just want to talk with you. I mean you no harm. Didn't give me that. I saw that witch in the woods out looking for you, so I did. A real piece of work she was, red eyes and blazing and all. Asked if I'd seen her slave, the White Knight, so she did. That's you, I'd wager. You're her slave, are you not? Do I look like a witch's slave to you? I've never heard anything so ridiculous. It's Zuper, is it not? What are you doing here? You've been trying to find out more about Bridge of Doom. You really didn't need to go to such trouble on my account. So, were you able to learn anything? The Right Knight. Yes, that's what they called me back in Bridge of Doom. However, did you find that out? Oh, it was meant to be, however did you find that out? Surely not. There's a song about me. This is all very odd. Surely I'm not just the figment of a storyteller's imagination. Bird north, Bridge of Doomward on. That's the only clue there was in the song. Was that a rhyme? And I suppose there's nothing for it but to follow the bird's example. Northward ho. And here we go! Northward ho! My health is... yeah, it's fine. No biggie. Upgraded hammerhood. Frog with a shell. Frog with a shell again. Another frog with a shell. A Grim Reaper voodoo doll. An upgraded hammerhood. A badger with a leaf. Actually, no, that'd be more of a tanuki. Whatever. And here is Doomingale. It's not quite Bridge of Doom, but it's the closest you're gonna get. Damn it, is that really the only way up there? Oh no, there is a way. There is another way. By avoiding the poison, you can go through these woods. Up and around the map, I think. Hopefully. Yeah. You want to avoid stepping in that poison if at all possible. I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, this is our Ram Raider. I haven't played this game in forever, so I probably don't even remember, like, the resistances of monsters and whatnot. But still, this isn't like a big deal or anything. None of these monsters are gonna be a major threat or anything. They're just gonna maybe slightly prick you for a bit of damage. It's... yeah. A cloud. They enjoy putting poison around here in the most inconvenient places. I'm just looking at that map and it's just like all over the place. I mean, actually stepping in the poison isn't such a bad thing, but you'll poison your characters and they'll take damage. So it's not the best idea, but it's not like it'll instant kill you to step in it. So, yeah. And welcome to... no, this can't be Bridge of Doom. I don't understand. How can I have been away so long that it's fallen into such disrepair? And where is my beloved Mona? Princess Mona! Mona! Why is a heel slime here? That's what that little jellyfish thing is. What are you? Some kind of spellcaster? This is a little goblin with a shield, I guess? A leery lout. Let's go with some crack. Smoke some crack, bitch. It defends. Yeah, that's why we're not doing much damage. Defending halves the damage you would take. So we're actually doing double the damage that we were hitting him for. But... medicinal herb. Herb. Appears to be locked from the other side. Really? I guess it would be OP if you could just go straight through that door now that I think about it. Ignore that door. You're not supposed to know what's behind that door. Just ignore it for now, I guess. Smash that barrel. Nope, nothing. Damn it. I like how in this game it's not like Legend of Zelda where at least you swing your sword at the pot. No. It's just you stand in front of it and then it like destroys it. Who should I give the blazing bandana to? Well, first let's check the stats of that thing. That'd be every day in the bag, I think. No. Damn it. I'm wrong! Important items, maybe. No important items held. Okay. So I guess I can only look at this in here. Oh well. Let's look into it like this, and let's see what the stats are. Magic Mending increased by 3. And pretty significant, defense. I'm gonna give that to Olivia. Not that she... actually, no, wait. Oh, okay. That's not such a bad thing. Hopefully this recording doesn't fail, though, because I just saved over the slot that this was in, so hopefully that doesn't fail. Actually, no. My main character is the only one with a heal spell right now, and it's Magic Mending, so yeah, just equip that there. I should probably actually transfer over the scale armor at some point to someone else, because the main character really doesn't need that, but meh. Whatever. Fog of some kind. Nothing in the cabinet. Cumulus. Cumulus. I would assume that spells would be more effective on this guy, because he doesn't seem to have an overly physical form. So, in general, when they don't appear to have an overly physical form, they take more damage from magic. Though in that case, it wasn't actually what happened, but whatever. I'm gonna look into these, maybe there's something here. I think that there's books in these bookshelves that are actually decent, some of them. And by that I mean that when you inspect bookcases in this game, some bookcases have side quests in them. Like you pick up a book and then it talks about some legend or some shit. And you pick it up and then you go, let's do this side quest! So, there's hundreds of them though, so no way in hell I'm doing all of them. Also, I should probably mention this. Coup de grace. These sometimes just randomly, like, you have the ability to use it, but it doesn't tell you that you can use it. It just stays unlocked for, like, 5 or 6 turns, and then you can use it if you want, and if you don't, then you don't have to. Crack that shit. Breathe fire. Crack. God, crack is so good. God, that sounds wrong. Crack is just such a good thing to do, man. Man, it's the best move you can make. Doing that crack. Okay, looking at this, there's really no way that you're gonna avoid this. You have to either go through the little poison there, or... Actually, no, you can't even go through that. It looks like you can go up those steps, but you can't. Anyways, here we are. This is the basement. Basically, this is the second dungeon of the game. And any grinding that we're gonna need to do for the boss of this place, I'm gonna do off camera because, frankly, nobody wants to watch that. So, for now, we're just gonna see how much progress we can make in this dungeon. I'm actually probably just gonna keep recording until I beat this dungeon. I'm not even worried about that because this dungeon isn't that long, so I think that I can get it done pretty quickly. And hey, this is a case in which I can actually show off the effectiveness of certain things. Abilities, I don't think that Hot Lick is... I'm gonna use that... No, damn it. I want to use Hot Lick, but I want to use it on the Lunatic. And I want to use Spell Crack on a Skeleton? Why isn't Crack multi-target? It should be. Okay, hold on. Let's see if it works. Apparently Rock? Rock Throw is apparently multi-target. Well, I didn't even know that, actually. That's kind of cool to know. Crack. Dead. The Lunatic comes around and it attacks. Johnny kills that. Now just attack, it's not a big deal. One monster will never beat a party of 4 unless it's a boss monster. Simply because you can get off combos, but they can't. At least one of these bookcases will have a side quest. There's a book entitled, simply, Diary. Zipper takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. An envoy arrived today from the kingdom called Stormway. I hope this is the beginning of a long and prosperous relationship. Never mind. I mean, there are more bookcases, but I'm thinking that if I'm gonna do these side quests, I'm probably just not gonna do them now. Because it takes time, and no. I'm gonna egg on Ross. And hopefully he does Stone's Throw. As for you, use Frizz, I guess? I don't know. Deal 5. Crack. Ouch. Around 20 damage to each. Not bad. More heroes that only the hero of destiny can open. Bellcap. Did I just say more heroes that only the hero of destiny can open? I might have said that, and if I did, I said it because I could. I totally meant to. Yep. You can trust me on that. I think that I came from that other one in that other room, so I think that... Yeah, okay. This is the Western Tower. Yeah, I'm gonna go on up. Oh wow, that was easy. Well, with that, I'm pretty much almost done with this dungeon. I unlocked the door, and now that door is unlocked, so if I come at it from this other side, now I can get in. Which basically is the game's way of telling you, go back and heal, because there's something big coming up. Of course, I'm too lazy to go back to town, so I'm just gonna go spells and abilities, super, heal, boom. Actually, no, wait, never mind. Cool little trick. I think that this is in this game. Heal all. It makes everything a bit quicker. The issue is that it wastes like all of your mana, even if it's just like for 1 extra HP. Do I have like an herb that restores mana? I don't recall if I do. I don't think you can buy magic waters yet. Poison, medicinal herb, magic beast tide, mana. And no, I cannot. Well, I don't think that healing should be too big of an issue. I think that we've got medicinal herbs on us, so hopefully this doesn't... I don't regret this. Because I haven't gone to a church and... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go back to town. But I'm gonna do it in a quick way, because... Can I just flee? I don't want to deal with you. Of course you block the way. You can't just let me go. Can I just flee, though? Fucking it. It's just like... This game has such annoying flee mechanics. You cannot leave a battle unless you have beaten the enemy fairly. Like, it doesn't give a shit what enemy it is. You will not flee the battle, no matter how hard you try. There's like a 5% chance to flee. So, yeah. I'm not gonna walk all the way back to Zere, but... Zere, let's see here. Staff skill, fan skill, fisticuffs, and focus. I'm just gonna put more into focus. Because he's gonna be a martial artist for a while. So, that being said, you might as well put some into focus. Anyways, items, everyday items from the bag. Grab that Chimera Wing, and go to Zere. Zere. Either way, you could make a pun out of it. Look over there, or look over here. Zere, I mean, whatever. Zere's there. I might as well go to the end, but the real reason why I came to this town, I came back to this town was because I felt like going to the church to ensure that if I die, that I don't end up all the way back in, like, Stornway, because that's quite a bit of a walk. Also, you should note that, when you go to inns, your price will be dependent on how many people you have on you. If you've got 4, it'll be 4 times the amount that you would normally have to pay. So you could actually technically just play this game and only have 1 character throughout the entire game. I've seen people do it, but it's not always the best move. You might as well just pay the little bit extra that you would pay at an inn. Because 1 monster battle will get you the amount to put 4 people in the thing regardless, so... I need to confession to save. Yes, I would. That pen is certainly taking a okay. I have successfully recorded your adventure log. Do you intend to continue on your adventure at this point? Yes. I'm just gonna quickly go into the boss fight, but I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, like, right now, I'm gonna... No, wait, never mind. Not now. I'm gonna... Right before we go into the boss room, I'm going to save state the game. And then I'm just gonna show off what the boss looks like, and then we're gonna end the episode. 'Cause yes. Just to get you thinking of what it could possibly be. We're not even gonna, like, go up and talk to it. We're just gonna, since it's got a 3D model on the outside world, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I really do not like walking around Doomingale Forest. And the reason why I'm not going into the boss fight at all level 10 is because that's not enough for this boss. You might be able to get through the dungeon with those levels, but you can't get through the boss with that. I shall explain why in the next episode when I actually go to fight it for real. But yep. Of course you would spawn right there. You can't just let me be. Oh god, the mouse has been there for a while now, hasn't it? That's annoying. Whatever. Just hot lick, I guess. I don't. Just... Handful of rocks. Oh yeah, and it missed. That's kind of the disadvantage of throwing rocks, I would assume, is that I would assume it would miss a lot more than it actually does. I mean, it's throwing a rock. When have you ever accurately thrown a rock and hit somebody with it? I guess I just have bad aim or something, but I have never hit someone by throwing a rock. I don't know. If I played baseball, they would never want me to be the pitcher, that's for sure. For him... You'll need that later, but anyways, I guess I'll inch towards that metal slash. We'll need that for an upcoming dungeon. Anyways, up through this way. To this room, where there's a staircase. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm actually gonna go down here because I think there's a chest down here, or something. Yeah, there is. There is. Yes, makes sense. I open the chest from the side. This book does contain something valuable. Have a look inside, yes. My beloved right knight. I will go... Actually, I think that... Yeah, that's, the princess. Yep. Alright, so... Let's... take a gander at this... boss. Are you ready to rumble? Dun dun. Oh god, I forgot to save state. Well then. We're gonna end the episode here. Anyways, see you next episode. And for now, this is Super, signing out.